So if you're interested in knowing how to craft your own healing stories, you can find information about how to do that in my book, Dreamweaver's Guide, which is a book about how to craft enchanting sleep stories and calming narratives. And there'll be a link in the description where you can find access to my books.
Hey dreamers, welcome to tonight's sleep story. I'm Dan and I'll be your guide as you embark on this relaxing journey into Slumberland. If you like this bedtime story or have thoughts for future sleep stories, please leave a comment and subscribe to the channel. You can also support the channel on Patreon, where you'll find audio voice-only versions of my sleep stories. Thank you for your continued support. And before the story begins, imagine that you're being told this sleep story to the relaxing backdrop of rain outside. Just take a moment to allow yourself to get comfortable and close your eyes. And as you drift deeply and soundly asleep, I don't know whether you'll drift deeper asleep to the sound of my voice or to the spaces between my words. And with your eyes closed, you can begin to have a sense of relaxing your mind and body as I count down from 20 to 1. Becoming deeper absorbed in the experience with each number. From 20, beginning to focus on the top of your head, noticing what your head is resting on, how it's supported gently in place, the comfort in and around your head as it rests there. 19. Having a sense of the muscles around your scalp and the back of your head softening and relaxing deeper and deeper, drawing in peace and comfort with each breath that you take, before moving your awareness around your face. 18. Focusing on what it's like for that relaxation to spread around your face, your ears and your cheeks. Having the muscles in these areas soften and relax. 17. Relaxing the muscles around your eyes and across your forehead, while the muscles around the side of your head and over the top of your head begin to relax deeper and deeper. 16. Noticing how you can pay attention to fading tension, or perhaps find that tension dissolves without paying it any attention at all. 15. And you can continue to allow that relaxation to spread down around your mouth, relaxing your lips and your jaw, relaxing the muscles around the side of your neck, around to the back of your neck and around your throat. 14. And as your jaw relaxes and hangs slightly loose, limp and comfortable, that relaxation can continue to move down to your shoulders and your upper back. 13. And I don't know whether that relaxation happens fastest around your shoulders, or in the upper back, or perhaps down the tops or the front of your shoulders. As that relaxation progresses around your back and your chest, softening and relaxing those muscles fully, deeply and comfortably. 12. And as those muscles soften and relax while you rest there, that relaxation can begin to spread down the arms to the hands, all the way down to the fingertips. 11. And I don't know which arm will relax fully fastest, whether it'll be the left arm or the right arm, or whether the arms will relax at the same rate and speed as each other. 10. And as that relaxation continues through those arms, it can flow down through your stomach, your sides and lower back, all the way down to your bottom, before extending deeply down through your legs to the tips of your toes. 9. And as your body becomes deeper and deeper relaxed, while you drift into the most pleasant sleep, so your mind begins to relax as a wave of healing light gently passes down through your body. 8. You begin to have a sense of that healing light touching your forehead, enveloping your face and head with healing deep relaxation, absorbing comfortably and gently into you with each in-breath that you take. 7. Filling you with peace and calm, spreading that healing, restorative, recuperative light down through your body, calming your mind. 6. Breathing in healing, calm relaxation. And breathing out any stress or tension. 5. Aware of that healing light passing down your neck, softening and relaxing those muscles, spreading that healing light throughout the neck as it spreads down with the next breath to your shoulders, around the back of your neck and down into your arms. 4. Gradually continuing that flow of healing light all the way to the tips of the fingers. 3. And with another in-breath, the healing light can spread down through the body, softening and relaxing muscles, healing deep within the body. filling the body with pleasure and deep relaxation. 2. As the light journeys down around your stomach, your lower back and sides, into your buttocks and all the way down to the soles of your feet, perhaps noticing your whole mind and body filling with a deep sense of peace and calm. 1. And as you allow that light to flow with each breath, you can find your mind drifting deeper and deeper asleep as you drift comfortably into this story. And in the heart of Taramysia, where the sky lovingly cradles a blanket of clouds, the Veilwood Forest stands draped in a perpetual caress of rain. Nestled within this verdant embrace is Thorwich, a village perched high among the treetops. Its wooden homes gently woven into the arms of ancient trees. And here, amidst the symphony of raindrops and rustling leaves, lives Liora, a young explorer with a heart filled with curiosity and wonder. And on a day when the sky seemed to weep with a gentle yet persistent sorrow, Liora set out from Thorwich, her boots softly sinking into the mossy earth with each step. The forest alive with the music of the rain. A soothing rhythm that resonates with the beat of her heart. And she ventures beneath the grand canopy, where thick foliage interlaces above, catching the tears of the sky, only to release them in sporadic, larger drops that dance upon her hooded cloak. And the air is rich with the scent of wet earth and pine, a fragrance that fills Liora's lungs with each deep breath. And the raindrops create a kaleidoscope on the leaves, each droplet magnifying the vibrant greens and browns of the forest. And Liora's eyes trace the delicate trails of water as they journey down the bark of the trees. Converging into tiny rivers that seem to whisper secrets of the forest as they flow. And as she ventures deeper and deeper into the forest, the chorus of the forest grows. Frogs croak their melodious tunes from hidden alcoves. Their voices are deep, resonant counterpoint to the higher, shimmering notes of the rain. And overhead, birds sheltered under the leafy canopy, occasionally adding their sweet, tentative songs to the forest's quiet conversation. Liora passes under a grand oak. Its gnarled branches reaching out like wise old fingers, beckoning her further and deeper into the forest's heart. And here the rain seems to speak in the most gentle, hushed tones. The droplets cascading through the leaves with a sound like soft whispers. And Liora pauses, closing her eyes for just a moment, allowing herself to become one with the rain's gentle lullaby. Before continuing on, her path, illuminated by the soft, diffuse light that filters through the clouds and leaves, casting the forest in an almost perpetual dusk. The ground beneath her feet, a tapestry of fallen leaves and soft mud. Each step leaving a faint impression, a temporary mark of her passage through this tranquil world. And in the distance, Liora spots a deer. Its coat glistening with raindrops. It regards her with gentle, knowing eyes before gracefully bounding away, disappearing into the mist that lingers like a ghost among the trees. And Liora's journey through Veilwood is not just a path through the forest, but a passage through a world of serene beauty, a realm where each droplet of rain holds a story, every whisper of wind a lullaby, inviting her to explore deeper and deeper into the heart of Taramysia. And as she ventures onwards, the rain's melody accompanying her, a constant, soothing presence that promises to unveil the many wonders hidden beneath the Veilwood shrouds. In Taramysia, the rain is not just a weather phenomenon, it's a life-giving essence, a nurturing spirit that cradles the forest in its loving embrace. In the midst of this tranquil realm, Liora stumbles upon the hidden gem of Veilwood, a pond nestled in a clearing where the trees part as if in reverence. The surface of the water, an almost perfect mirror, just the occasional raindrop creating ripples that dance outward, in concentric circles, and around the pond the air seems to hum with a mystical energy, and Liora feels a whisper of excitement tickle her heart. And there's a legend about a luminescent orchid, a rare bloom of extraordinary beauty, said to be cradled by the waters of this very pond. It was a flower that blossomed only during a unique, harmonic convergence of the elements, a rare alignment that brings together the earth's song and the sky's tears. And Liora kneels by the pond's edge, her reflection gazing back at her through the shimmering ripples, the rain lessening to a soft drizzle, like 1,000 tiny fingers gently tapping on the surface of the water, creating a symphony of tranquil sounds. And the air is filled with the earthy aroma of damp foliage, mingling with the subtle fragrance of wildflowers hidden amongst the green. And she peers into the depths of the pond, where the faint glow of the orchid was said to reside. And there, amidst the aquatic plants and swaying reeds, she catches a glimpse of something ethereal, a soft, pulsating light, as if the water itself held a slumbering star, and her eyes widen in awe, and a breath of wonder escapes her lips. And Liora reaches out tentatively, her fingers grazing the cool surface of the water, sending ripples cascading towards the mysterious glow. And she imagines the luminescent orchid beneath the surface, its petals infused with the resilience of nature, a sign to the enduring strength and beauty that thrives even in the depths of the rain-soaked forest. And as she sits there lost in thought, a small school of fish dart beneath the surface, their scales glinting like shiny jewels. And overhead, a gentle break in the clouds, allowing a slither of sunlight to pierce through, casting a golden beam that illuminates the pond in a heavenly glow. And the light seems to dance upon the water, playing with the shadows and creating a tapestry of light and dark. The forest around her, alive with the gentle rustling of leaves and the distant call of birds, a reminder of the vibrant life that thrives under the Veilwood canopy. And Liora felt a deep connection to this place, as if the forest itself was whispering its secrets to her, sharing the ancient wisdom of the earth and sky. Leaving the glimmering pond behind, Liora unfolded an ancient map, its edges frayed and its lines faded, yet holding the promise of uncharted paths and hidden wonders. And with careful fingers, she traced the route to the trail of echoes, a path shrouded in mystery and woven with the whispers of those who had walked it before. And as she delved further into the depths of Veilwood, the canopy above, weaving a tapestry of interlacing branches, dimming the light to a soft, ethereal glow. And the rain now ceases, leaving in its wake a chorus of dripping leaves and the sweet, fresh scent of the rejuvenated earth. The trail of echoes is not merely a path, but a living archive echoing the footsteps and stories of countless wanderers. The wind here speaks in hushed tones, caressing Liora's cheeks with the faintest touch, as if imparting secrets from a time long past. She listens, her heart attuned to the subtle language of the forest, to the murmurs hidden within the rustle of leaves and the creaking of ancient boughs. And with each step, deeper and deeper, Liora feels the weight of many journeys, the echoes of laughter, of contemplation, and of silent reveries. And the trail winds through towering trees and thick underbrush, where specks of light dance through the foliage, playing hide and seek with the shadows. And occasionally she would pause, closing her eyes to better hear the stories carried by the wind, tales of joy, of sorrow, of discovery, and of loss gently enveloped her, weaving a rich tapestry of human experience. And these voices from the past serve as invisible guides, whispering encouragement and cautioning against forgotten perils. And the path meanders, leading Liora across babbling brooks, where the water sings its own melodious tune, a harmonious accompaniment to the whisper of the wind. She leaps from stone to stone, her reflection fleeting in the crystal clear water, a transient presence in the stream's eternal journey. And as the day wanes, the forest grows denser, the whispers more pronounced, shadows lengthening, creating an ever-changing mosaic on the forest floor. And Liora finds herself in awe of the trail's serene beauty, its ability to be at once a bridge to the past and a pathway to new adventures. And in a clearing, Liora encounters a circle of stones, each one smooth and worn, a sign of the countless travellers who've rested here. And she sits, her fingers brushing gently over the stones, feeling the warmth that they've absorbed from the sun, and here the echoes are stronger, more coherent, as if the stones themselves hold memories, preserving the essence of those who had once shared stories and dreams around them. And as twilight descends, the forest transforms. The trail, bathed in the soft silver of the moon's glow, takes on a mystical quality as Liora continues, her senses heightened, aware of every rustling leaf and distant hoot of an owl. And the trail is no longer just a path in the forest. It's a journey through time, a connection to the countless souls who've wandered through Veilwood. And as Liora ventures further along the trail of echoes, the forest opens up to reveal a breathtaking sight. A vast gorge that lay shrouded in a blanket of ethereal mist. This was the Misty Gorge, a place of enigma and quietude, where the veil between the known and the unknown seemed thinnest, and the mist swirls around Liora as she approaches the edge. Its tendrils curling like gentle fingers through the air. The gorge itself, a chasm of whispers and soft echoes, where the mist dances over unseen depths and hidden secrets. And Liora peers into the fog, her eyes trying to pierce through the veil to the mysteries that lay beneath. A narrow, vine-covered bridge spans the gorge. As Liora steps onto the bridge, the wooden planks creak underfoot. Each step sending a ripple through the mist. The bridge swaying slightly, its motion harmonizing with the swirling fog, creating a sensation of walking through clouds. And in the midst of the gorge, the mist thickens. Enveloping Liora in a world where sight gives way to other senses. The sounds of the forest seem distant, muffled by the fog, and the air holds a cool dampness that clings to her skin. And Liora takes a deep breath. The moist air filling her lungs and steadying her nerves. This is a place to tread lightly, to listen closely. It's here in the heart of the mist that Liora encounters an ageless sage. He emerges from the fog as if a part of it. His presence as timeless as the gorge itself. His eyes hold a depth like the chasm below. Wise and unfathomable. Welcome, traveller, he greets, his voice a soft echo in the mist. The Misty Gorge holds many lessons for those who dare to traverse its paths. Liora listens, captivated by the sage's presence. He speaks of the mist as a metaphor for life's uncertainties, a reminder that clarity often lies just beyond our sight. In the fog we find truth, he says. It teaches us to rely not just on our eyes, but on our inner vision, on the intuition that guides us when the way forward is unclear. The sage moves like a wraith through the mist, his form appearing and disappearing with the ebb and flow of the fog. Embrace the unknown, he advises. In the absence of sight, find your footing with faith. Trust in your journey, even when the path is obscured. As they conversed, the mist around them seemed to pulse with life, swirling in patterns that mirrored the sage's words. Liora felt a sense of calm envelop her, a serenity born from accepting the unknown and finding peace in the midst of uncertainty. Clarity comes, the sage continued, not from seeking definite answers, but from learning to navigate through the fog. The gorge with its ever-present mist is a reminder that some mysteries are not meant to be solved, but experienced. With these parting words, the sage faded back into the mist, his figure becoming one with the swirling vapours. Liora stood there for a moment, allowing the sage's wisdom to settle into her heart. Then she continued her journey across the bridge, her steps more confident, her heart lighter. And beyond the Misty Gorge, Liora found herself at the foot of an ancient canopy bridge, suspended high above the forest floor. The bridge was a marvel, woven from the strongest vines and bordered with a lattice of leaves, creating a pathway that floated amidst the treetops. Above her, the forest canopy unfolded, like a sea of leaves whispering secrets to the wind. And with each careful step onto the bridge, Liora felt as though she was ascending into another world. The forest below, seeming distant, its sounds, a muffled symphony beneath the chorus of rustling leaves and creaking wood. The air here was fresher, filled with the scent of sap and wild flowers, and the light filtered through the leaves in dappled patterns, casting a dance of shadows and sunbeams on the bridge. And here, among the whispers of the canopy, Liora encounters a wise owl, perched serenely on a gnarled branch. The owl regards her with deep, knowing eyes that shimmer with an ancient wisdom. Its feathers, soft grey, melding seamlessly with the bark of the trees, and its presence calming like a gentle breeze that rustles through the leaves. "Welcome to the canopy of whispers," the owl spoke, its voice a soothing murmur that seemed to echo the rhythm of the forest. "This is a place of listening, of hearing the unsaid and perceiving the unseen." Liora drew closer, captivated by the owl's gaze. "Listening to what?" she asked, her voice hushed in reverence to the tranquility of the canopy. "To everything," the owl replied, "to the rustling of the leaves, which tell of the wind's journey, to the creaking of the branches, which speak of the forest's growth, and most importantly, to the voice within you, the quiet whisper of your heart and spirit." The owl's words resonate with Liora, stirring something deep within. She realizes that in the rush of her journey, she had listened only to the sounds on the surface, missing the deeper melodies of the forest and her own inner voice. The forest speaks to those who listen, the owl continues, It shares its wisdom with those who understand that every creature, every leaf has a story to tell. And within you, your inner voice guides you, offering insights and truths that only you can hear. Liora closes her eyes, absorbing herself in the sounds of the canopy, hearing the subtle creak of the vine ropes, the gentle flutter of a bird's wings, the distant call of a creature unknown to her. And beneath it all, she hears the soft whisper of her own thoughts, feelings that she'd pushed aside in her eagerness to explore. Listening brings understanding, the owl shares. It connects you to the world around you and to the depths within you. Remember, true wisdom comes from the harmony of listening both outwardly and inwardly. With a graceful flutter, the owl spreads its wings and takes flight, disappearing into the canopy. Liora opens her eyes, feeling as though a veil has been lifted from her senses. Leaving the canopy of whispers, Liora descends into a part of Veilwood where the air is perpetually laced with a gentle drizzle. This was the eternal drizzle glade, the place where the rain seemed to fall in a never-ending, soft caress, nourishing the flora that thrived under its touch. The glade is a haven of tranquil beauty, ferns unfurling their tender fronds towards the sky, collecting droplets that shimmered like tiny jewels, moss blanketing the ground in a lush carpet of emerald green, and the trunks of the trees cloaked in a tapestry of damp, dark bark. The air filled with the sweet, earthy scent of rain-soaked leaves and the gentle sound of water droplets meeting the earth in a symphony of quiet persistence. And in this serene setting, Liora encounters the deer of the glade. Graceful, serene, they move through the rain with an elegance both mesmerizing and soothing. Their coat, dappled with hues of brown and grey, glistening under the soft light that filters through the canopy, and their eyes reflecting a depth of wisdom and peace. Liora watches in quiet awe as the deer grazes, their movement gentle yet deliberate. They seem so untroubled by the constant drizzle, embracing the rain as an integral part of their existence. One deer in particular, a majestic stag with antlers like sculpted wood, approaches Liora, his gaze calm and inviting. Do not fear the unending rain, the stag speaks in a voice as soft as the drizzle. It's in the gentle touch of the rain that the forest finds its strength. Just as the rain nurtures the earth, gentleness nurtures the heart. Liora ponders the stag's words, realizing that the deer embodies a quiet resilience. Amidst the perpetual rain, they thrive, finding strength in the very element that others might consider a challenge. The rain teaches us patience and persistence, continues the stag. It falls without hurry, yet over time it shapes the land. Similarly, gentleness and persistence in life's journey can shape your path in profound ways. Liora looks around at the glade, seeing it anew, each drop of rain a gentle caress, a reminder that not all strength is loud or forceful. Here in the eternal drizzle glade, the power of resilience was demonstrated in the delicate ferns that stood tall and the moss that spread wide, all thriving under the nurturing touch of the rain. The stag bent his head to graze, and Liora took a moment to close her eyes, letting the rain's gentle rhythm wash over her. She felt a sense of calm envelop her as Liora journeyed onward. The dense canopy above began to thin, hinting at a change in the forest's embrace. The perpetual drizzle of the eternal drizzle glade gives way to a soft silence. And for the first time since she started her journey, and a rare break in the clouds appears, casting a warm golden light through the trees. Liora finds herself stepping into a clearing where the sunlight pours down like liquid gold, bathing the forest floor in a warm embrace. This was the clearing of the first light, a place that seemed to capture and hold the sun's rays, a rare gem in the heart of the rain-soaked Veilwood. In the centre of the clearing, basking in the sun's glow, was a fox. Its coat a vibrant hue of amber, shimmering in the sunlight as if spun from the threads of the morning rays themselves. The fox's eyes sparkled with intelligence and curiosity, and as it noticed Liora, it tilted its head in a gesture of welcome. "Ah, a traveller in the realm of the sun's fleeting kiss," the fox said, its voice as smooth and warm as the sunlight. "In the clearing of the first light, we learn to embrace the fleeting moments, to adapt and thrive in the ever-changing light." Liora approached the fox, captivated by its presence. She felt the warmth of the sun on her face, a pleasant contrast to the cool dampness of the forest. "The sunlight here is a gift," continued the fox, "a reminder that even in a land accustomed to rain, the sun still finds a way to shine. Like the sun, you too must find a way to shine, to adapt to the changes and seize the opportunities that life presents." Liora resonated with the fox's words, reminding her of the ever-changing nature of her journey. In the sunlight, she felt a renewed sense of energy, a clarity that had been softened by the constant rain. As the sun adapts to the clouds, moving and shifting its rays, so must you learn to adapt to the paths your journey takes, the fox advised, its tail flicking playfully. Each ray of light, each moment of warmth is an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to embrace the beauty of change. Liora watched as the fox moved gracefully through the clearing, its movements a dance with the shifting light. It was a creature in harmony with its surroundings, untroubled by the transience of the sun's rays, making the most of the light while it lasted. Taking a deep breath, Liora felt the sun's warmth seep into her bones, filling her with a sense of purpose and possibility. Venturing beyond the clearing of the first light, Liora delved deeper and deeper into Veilwood, where the dense foliage once again engulfed her in its emerald embrace. The sunlight from the clearing faded into a memory, replaced by the familiar, soothing rhythm of the rain. It was in this tranquil solitude that Liora stumbled upon a hidden hollow, a secluded nook cradled by the forest's heart. This was the Whispering Hollow, a place where the rain seemed to speak in hushed, melodious tones. The hollow was a natural amphitheatre with towering trees encircling a gentle depression in the earth. Here the rain's symphony was amplified, each drop a note in the forest's ancient song. In the centre of the hollow sat an old hermit, his figure almost indistinguishable from the gnarled roots and stones that surrounded him. His eyes were closed, and his face bore an expression of deep peace. He seemed to be listening intently to the rain, attuned to the language of the forest. Liora approached quietly, not wishing to disturb the hermit's reverie. As she drew near, the hermit opened his eyes, greeting her with a nod. His voice, when he spoke, was as soft as the rain, yet clear and resonant. "Welcome to the Whispering Hollow," he said. Here the rain does not merely fall. It speaks. It sings. It's in places like this that one learns the art of listening, of finding harmony in the music of nature. Liora sat down beside him, allowing the peaceful atmosphere of the hollow to envelop her. She listened to the rain, each drop creating ripples in the small puddles that dotted the hollow, each ripple intersecting and overlapping with others in a visual melody. The rain's song is a reminder that even in solitude one is never truly alone, the hermit continued. The forest listens. The earth responds. And in this symphony of nature, we find our place in the world. His words echoing the lessons Liora had been learning on her journey. The importance of listening, not just to the voices of others, but to the silent whispers of the world around her. In solitude, we find clarity, the hermit said, his gaze drifting to the dance of the rain. We learn to harmonize our inner voice with the greater chorus of life. The music of nature is a balm for the soul, teaching us to find peace in the simple, enduring rhythms of the earth. Liora closed her eyes, letting the sound of the rain wash over her. In the whispering hollow, the rain's melody was more profound, more intricate, as if each drop carried its own story, its own piece of the forest's essence. As she sat there, Liora could feel a sense of deep connection with the world around her. Leaving the whispering hollow, Liora found herself drawn to a new path, one that seemed to beckon her towards the heart of a profound, natural event. This was the path of the falling leaves, a route that meandered through a part of Veilwood where the trees celebrated the art of letting go, their leaves cascading down in a vibrant spectacle of change. As she walked, Liora was enveloped in a whirlwind of colours, leaves in shades of fiery red, burnt orange and golden yellow spiralling gently to the ground, each one a sign of the forest's ever evolving dance. The air was crisp, filled with the rustling of leaves that carpeted the path, their crunch underfoot, a constant reminder of the forest's natural cycles. The path of the falling leaves was more than a route through the woods. It was a journey through the essence of change itself. The trees stood tall and proud, their bare branches a stark contrast against the riotous colours of their shedding leaves. They were not mournful but majestic, embracing the change with a grace that spoke of an inherent understanding of life's impermanence. Liora felt a sense of awe as she travelled through this path, her eyes wide with wonder at the beauty of the transformation around her. She reached out, catching a falling leaf in her hand. Its texture was brittle yet beautiful, its colours vibrant, a symbol of life's fleeting yet impactful moments. As she walked, Liora reflected on the lessons of the forest. Just as the trees shed their leaves in anticipation of new growth, she too understood the importance of letting go, of shedding old ways to make room for new perspectives. Change, she realized, was not an end, but a beginning, a necessary passage to new stages of growth and understanding. The path wound its way deeper and deeper into the forest, the canopy above thinning as more leaves joined the colourful procession to the earth. Sunlight filtered through the gaps, casting dappled patterns that danced upon the path, illuminating the way forward. Liora paused, closing her eyes, allowing herself to be fully present in this moment of transformation. She listened to the gentle descent of the leaves, each one a soft whisper in the chorus of change. The forest around her was alive with the energy of renewal, each leaf's full a note in the melody of transition. The path of the falling leaves gently guided Liora to a secluded dell, a hidden sanctuary within Veilwood, where time seemed to stand still. It was here, amidst the hush of the ancient forest, that the luminescent orchid finally awaited discovery. The dell was bathed in a soft twilight, a magical interlude between day and night. At its heart lay a serene pool, its surface as still as glass, reflecting the muted colours of the twilight sky. The air was cool and fresh, filled with the subtle fragrance of damp earth and wild blossoms. It was a place of enchantment, of quiet introspection. As Liora approached the pool, her gaze was drawn to a singular radiance emanating from its heart. There, nestled among the lily pads and reeds, was the luminescent orchid. It glowed with an ethereal light, a living beacon in the dimming forest. Its petals shimmered with iridescent hues, casting a gentle luminescence that seemed to pulse in rhythm with the forest's heartbeat. Liora stood in awe, captivated by the orchid's otherworldly beauty. The light of the flower reflected not just on the water's surface, but seemed to illuminate something within her, touching her soul. The luminescent orchid was more than a rare botanical wonder. It was a symbol of hope, of the enduring light that shines even in the darkest moments. Drawing closer, Liora knelt by the pool, her eyes locked on the delicate flower. She reached out slowly, her fingers trembling slightly in the cool air. As she touched the orchid, a warmth spread through her, a sense of connection to the forest and its timeless mysteries. In that moment, Liora understood the deeper significance of her journey. The orchid's glow was a mirror to her own inner strength and determination, a reflection of the resilience and perseverance she had nurtured within herself. The challenges of her journey, each step through Veilwood, had been a path to this revelation. The orchid's light seemed to grow brighter, enveloping Liora in a soft, comforting radiance. It was as if the flower was acknowledging her journey, her struggles and her triumphs. In its glow, Liora felt a sense of fulfillment, a recognition of her growth and the journey still ahead. As night began to fall, the dell was transformed. The stars peeked through the canopy, adding their gentle light to the orchid's glow. The pool became a mirror to the heavens, reflecting the cosmic dance of light and shadow. Liora lingered by the pool, reluctant to leave the serenity of the dell and the company of the luminescent orchid. Leaving the orchid's glow, Liora began her journey back to Thorwich. Each step along the familiar paths of Veilwood was now imbued with a deeper significance. The forest, no longer just a backdrop to her adventure, but an integral part of her newfound wisdom. The forest seemed to acknowledge her transformation, the trees whispering farewells in their rustling leaves, the brooks murmuring congratulations in their babbling. Liora moved with a quiet confidence, her heart full of the lessons learned and experiences gained. As she retraced the path of the falling leaves, the vibrant tapestry of colours seemed to celebrate her journey, a reminder of the beauty in change and the natural cycle of life. The leaves, once a symbol of transition, now spoke to her of renewal and growth, each one a sign of the forest's enduring resilience. Crossing the whispering hollow, Liora paused, listening to the symphony of the rain and the wind, the harmony she found there resonating with her inner peace, a harmony born from understanding the delicate balance of solitude and the interconnectedness of all things. Even the Misty Gorge, with its enigmatic veils of fog, now felt like an old friend, its mysteries less daunting, more inviting, the sage's words echoing in her mind, reminding her of the clarity found in embracing life's uncertainties and the wisdom in navigating through the mist. As she walked, Liora reflected on her encounter with the sunlit fox in the clearing of the first light. The fox's lesson in adaptability and seizing the moment had taken on a new depth, inspiring Liora to embrace each day with agility and grace. Passing through the eternal drizzle glade, the serene deer, with their gentle strength and quiet persistence, reminded her that true power often lies in softness and the ability to endure through life's constant showers. The canopy of whispers high above the forest floor had taught her the importance of listening, not just to the voices around her, but to the quiet voice within. And in the heart of the forest, the glimmering pond with its elusive luminescent orchid had shown her the beauty of hope and the illumination that comes from within. Now, as Thorwich came into view, nestled among the treetops in the embrace of Veilwood, Liora felt a surge of affection for her home. The treetop village, with its lanterns twinkling like stars among the branches, welcoming her back with open arms. Her journey through Veilwood had been a journey of the soul. Liora had left as a seeker, curious and eager, and returned enlightened, her spirit enriched with the wisdom of the forest. The experiences had woven into her, leaving her more attuned to the world around her and to her place within it. As twilight draped its serene shroud over the forest, Liora made her way through the elevated pathways of Thorwich. The village, perched amidst the treetops, was alight with lanterns that flickered like fireflies against the encroaching night, casting a warm, welcoming glow over the wooden walkways. The air was cool and fresh, the lingering scent of rain mingling with the earthy aroma of the trees as Liora stepped unhurriedly, each step a reflective pause as she absorbed the tranquility of the evening, the sounds of the village at nightfall, the soft conversations of neighbours, the gentle clinking of dishes, and the distant laughter of children, enveloping her in a comforting embrace. Reaching her home, a quaint abode nestled among the branches, Liora pauses at her door, takes a moment to look over the village, her eyes tracing the silhouettes of the trees against the deep blue of the night sky. The forest stretched out endlessly before her, a vast, living entity that had been both her journey's challenge and its teacher. Inside her home, she was welcomed with familiar sights and smells. She lit a candle, its flame casting dancing shadows on the walls. She settled into her favourite chair by the window. Outside, the leaves rustled softly in the breeze, a natural lullaby that spoke of the forest's enduring presence. As Liora gazed out into the night, her mind replayed the vivid memories of her journey. The luminescent orchid in the glimmering pond, glowing with hope and resilience. The wise words of the hermit in the whispering hollow, speaking of harmony and inner peace. The playful, sunlit fox in the clearing, reminding her of the importance of adaptability. Each memory was a vivid colour on the canvas of her mind, each lesson a thread in the tapestry of her experiences. The journey through Veilwood had been a transformative pilgrimage through the heart of nature that had awakened her to the wonders of the world and the depths of her own spirit. As sleep began to gently beckon her, she made her way to bed, the candle's flame extinguished, leaving the room in the soft embrace of the night. She slipped under the covers, the cool sheets a soothing contrast to the warmth of her thoughts. In the quiet of her room, with the night's chorus whispering through the walls, Liora closed her eyes and began drifting into slumber, her dreams a kaleidoscope of her journey, each more vivid than the last. She wandered again through the Misty Gorge, danced in the internal drizzle glade, and listened to the sage's wisdom on the canopy bridge. In her dreams, the forest was alive, a magical realm where every leaf and drop of rain held a story, every creature and whisper a lesson. And in these dreams, Liora relived her adventure, not as a mere traveller, but as a part of the forest's eternal narrative, a story woven from the rain-soaked wonder of Taramysia. As she drifted and floated so calmly, so peacefully into slumberland,